Good day everyone. Welcome to this presentation on enterprise risk management for the Myriad Dubai, a student housing facility strategically located in the vibrant Dubai International Academic City. My name is Mohammad Saif Shain Shah, and today we will embark on a comprehensive journey into the world of risk management, specifically tailored to analyze the multifaceted risk and strategic opportunities facing the Myriad Dubai. Our goal is to understand how a robust risk framework can enhance operational resilience and drive sustainable growth in a dynamic market. To guide our discussions, here is a brief overview of what we'll cover today. We will begin by laying the groundwork with a fundamental risk framework, outlining the systematic approach we employ. Following that, we will delve into an in-depth profile of the Myriad Dubai, exploring its company profile, business model, and strategic position. Finally, the core of our presentation will be dedicated to a detailed risk analysis, encompassing the identification of key risks, understanding and intricate interconnections, and addressing the unique challenges they present, along with the mitigation strategy in place. Our robust risk management framework is systematically built upon four independent pillars, forming a continuous cycle that ensures a proactive and an adaptive risk governance. Firstly, we have the identity phase. This is where we meticulously recognize and catalog potential risk across all operation facets of the Myriad Dubai. This isn't just about big, obvious risks, it includes everything from minor operational hiccups to major strategic threats. We consider potential disruptions in areas such as student services, facility management, financial operations, and even external market shifts. The aim is to be exhaustive as possible to ensure no significant threat goes unnoticed. The next is the assess phase. Once the risks are identified, we rigorously evaluate both their likelihood of occurring and the potential impact they could inflict on the business. This is where our methodology, which includes using the metrics scoring system, comes to play. We don't just guess, we use a criteria to objectively score each risk. For instance, a risk with very high likelihood means it's almost constant, while a very high impact could mean the company has to stop functioning. This structured evaluation allows us to move beyond anecdotal concerns and quantify the true threat each risk poses. Following assessment, we move to mitigate. This is a crucial phase involving designing and implementing specific controls and actionable plans aimed at reducing the profitability or the impact of identified risks, or even eliminating them entirely. Mitigation strategies can range from implementing new technologies like smart living solutions for efficiency or to develop a detailed emergency response protocol. It is about being prepared and having a clear plan for every significant risk. Finally, we have the monitor phase. Risk management is not a static process, it's dynamic. In this phase, we continuously review the effectiveness of our implemented controls and mitigation strategies. The business environment, the market conditions, and even the internal operations change, so our risk landscape also evolves. This ongoing monitoring allows us to make necessary adjustments to our approach, ensuring that our risk management remains relevant, effective, and responsive to emerging threats and opportunities. This cyclical process ensures the risk management is not a one-off exercise, but an ongoing commitment to protecting and enhancing the value of the Myriad Dubai. To provide a quantifiable measure and standardize our risk assessment, we calculate a definitive risk rating. This is determined by multiplying the assigned likelihood score by the impact score. Let's break it down how we define the likelihood and the impact. Likelihood. This assesses the probability of risk occurring. We rate it on a scale of 1 to 5. A 1 very low signifies a 0 to 5% chance, meaning it's very unlikely to happen. A 5 very high indicates a greater than 75% chance of occurring, meaning it occurs constantly. For example, seasonal underoccupancy might be rated a high likelihood due to a predictable academic calendar breaks. Impact. This measures a severity of the consequences if the risk materialize. This also is rated from 1 to 5. 1 very low means a minor loss of the business. A 5 very high signifies a devastating loss, potentially causing the company to cease functioning. For instance, a major fire hazard could have a very high impact, leading to a substantial damage and potential health risks. Our risk register scale, which you can see on the slide, visually consolidates this information. It's a matrix where probability is on the y-axis and the impact is on the x-axis. The resulting score from 1 to 25 is color coded. Green indicates low risk, yellow represents moderate risk, and red signifies high or extreme risk. This visual tool is incredibly powerful for quick identifying and prioritizing our effort, allowing us to immediately focus on those risks that fall into high impact or high probability red ones, ensuring resources are allocated efficiently to address the most critical threats. Now let's provide some essential context by looking at the Myriad Dubai itself. We are strategically located within the Dubai International Academic City, DIAC, a bustling educational hub that positions us perfectly to cater a diverse population of both international and UAE-based students. This location is not just geographical, it's fundamental to our business model, placing us at the heart of the academic community. The Myriad is a prominent brand operating under the umbrella of Strategic Housing Group, bringing global expertise and standards to our operations. Our facilities are designed to offer a premium student living experience, setting us apart in the market. We boast around 2,000 beds across various premium room types, ensuring a comfortable and a modern accommodation. Beyond just rooms, we provide a comprehensive suite of amenities designed to foster a holistic living and learning environment. This includes a state-of-the-art modern gyms for fitness, dedicated cinema spaces for entertainment, collaborative co-working areas to support academic pursuits, and a vibrant food court and recreational zones to enhance the student's social experience. From a business model perspective, our primary revenue stream is derived from room rentals. This core activity is significantly bolstered by a strategic partnership with the academic institutions within the DIAC and beyond. These collaborations not only ensure a steady demand for our accommodation, but also integrate us more deeply into the educational ecosystem, offering a unique value proposition to both students and the universities alike. Our SWOT analysis provide a crucial framework for understanding the Myriad Dubai's internal capabilities and external operating environment. This helps us to identify whether we can leverage our advantages, address our shortcomings, capitalize on external trends, and prepare for potential challenges. Let's begin with our strengths. Firstly, we offer a modern, secure accommodation facilities. This isn't just about aesthetics, it's about providing a safe, conducive environment for students, which is a paramount concern for both students and their families. Secondly, our comprehensive amenities package, including gyms, co-working spaces, and recreational zones, differentiates us from standard housing, creating a vibrant community. Finally, being managed by SHG with a global expertise provide us with a robust operational framework, best practices, and a strong brand reputation in student housing. Now let's address our weakness. A significant weakness is our over reliance on student demographic. While students are our core market, it makes us susceptible to fluctuations in the student enrollment. This leads us to seasonal vacancy challenges, particularly during the academic breaks like the summer, which can impact revenue consistency. We also acknowledge a higher upfront cost compared to private housing options, which might be a barrier to some students despite a value proposition. Moving on to opportunities, where we see immense potential. We have a significant opportunities for the geographical expansion into other emerging UAE educational hubs, capitalizing on the broader growth for educational sector in those regions, leveraging government incentives for ESG, environmental, social and governance, and green building upgrades aligns with the increasing global and local emphasis on sustainability, which can also lead to a long-term operational saving and enhance our brand image. Furthermore, the integration of smart living technologies present a strong opportunity to enhance efficiency, security, and overall student experience, meeting and evolving expectations of tech-savvy students. Finally, let's consider the threats we face. Visas and travel restrictions remain a substantial external threat, directly impacting international student numbers and their ability to relocate for studies. Escalating operational costs, particularly utility cost inflation for electricity and water, can significantly impact our profitability if not managed proactively. The competitive market pressure from other housing providers, both private and institutional, are constant, requiring us to continuously innovate and maintain our competitive edge. Finally, the reputation damage from negative reviews on safety incidents and the evolving nature of cybersecurity threats on digital platform demand continuous vigilance to protect our brand and student data. This slide presents a snapshot of a detailed risk register, which is a living document that allows us to meticulously track and manage each identified risk. For each risk, we define its ID, title, description, risk category, assign a probability and impact score, calculate the overall risk, outline the mitigation strategy, estimate the mitigation cost, and provide a justification along with frequency and type of cost. Let's go through a few key examples to illustrate. Risk 1, utility outage. This is categorized as an operational risk. We have assessed its probability as 2 and impact as 3, resulting in a score of 6. Our mitigation strategy involves investing a backup generators and water storage tanks with an estimated cost of 250,000 AED, justified by generator setup and storage installation. This is quarterly capital expenditure. This protects against power or water supply disruptions. Risk ID 3, pest infestation. This falls under environmental risk with a probability of 2 and an impact of 3. The score is 6. Our strategy includes scheduled fumigation and pest control services at a cost of 12,000 AED, justified by constant pest control. This is a monthly operation expenditure. Risk ID 4. This is a safety and security risk with a low probability of 2 and a medium impact of 4, the risk score being 8. Our mitigation includes fire alarms, extinguisher, drills, and have a EHS training program costing about 80,000 AED. This is justified by ensuring the safety equipments and training and a yearly capital expenditure. Risk ID 6, rent default. This is a financial risk, the probability of 3 and an impact of 3, scoring 9. To mitigate, we introduce automated billing, late fees, and credit checks costing 10,000 AED. This is justified by the software plugin and administrative overhead and is a monthly operational expenditure. Risk ID 14, staff attrition. This falls under HR risk with a probability of 2 and an impact of 4. It scores 8. Our mitigation involves incentives, training, and engagement programs at a cost of 15,000 AED, justified by the bonus and retention initiatives. This is a biannual operation expenditure. The systematic approach allows us not only to identify and assess the risk, but also to plan concrete, cost effective mitigation strategies and allocates resources effectively. It ensures accountability and a proactive stance towards potential disruptions. Beyond the individual risks detailed in the register, we categorize them for a broader strategic understanding. Each risk presents a unique challenge and requires tailored mitigation. Market risk. These primarily involve external factors affecting demand, such as a decline in international student enrollment due to evolving global education trends or rising tuition, which, which we mitigate by collaborating with local universities and adapting our offerings. Credit risk. This addresses the financial stability related to our clientele, specifically the risk of non-payment or delayed payment of rent by students. Our mitigation strategy includes implementing security deposits, clear payment schedules, and a robust follow-up system to minimize the financial exposure. Liquidity risk. This concerns our ability to cover operational cost. A major liquidity risk is an inability to cover operational cost due to seasonal underoccupancy, particularly during long breaks. Our mitigation involves maintaining a healthy cash reserve, exploring short-term rental opportunities, and offering a competitive summer discount, as we will see in our grade Rhino risk. Operational risk. These are risks inherent to our day-to-day operations, such as disruption due to faulty systems like HVAC or plumbing issues. Our mitigation relies on having a dedicated response on-site facility team for immediate repairs and implementing regular preventive maintenance schedules. Legal risk. These involve a compliance with the regulatory framework. The primary risk here is the breach of UAE housing, tenancy, and student welfare laws. To mitigate this, we prioritize hiring a dedicated legal officer and regularly consulting legal experts to ensure that all our operations, contracts, and police are fully compliant with local regulations. Terrorism risk. This is a severe but low probability risk involving physical or cyber terrorism targeting foreign students or infrastructure. Our comprehensive mitigation includes 24 by 7 surveillance, robust access control, and a meticulously developed engineering response plan, regularly tested through drills. Geopolitical risk. These stem from broader international relations and policies, such as a sudden change in visa policy, student bans, and diplomatic issues that could impact the students' mobility. To mitigate this, we retain a legal advisor who continuously monitors the immigration trends and geopolitical developments, allowing us to anticipate and adapt to the policy changes. Reputation risk. This involves factors that could damage our brand image, such as negative reviews, viral social media complaints, or safety incidents. Our strategy involves maintaining a 24 by 7 help desk for immediate issue resolution, actively managing our online presence, and having a dedicated reputational management team to respond to any and mitigate negative sentiments. Environmental risk. These relate to our environmental footprints, primarily the overconsumption of electricity and water. Mitigation includes encouraging responsible consumption through potential fines and significant investment in sustainable practices like the installation of solar panels. Technology risk. These cater around our digital infrastructure, with cyber attacks on student portals or data breach being a key concern. Our mitigation involves continuous regular software updates, a robust cybersecurity measure, and an encryption of sensitive data to protect students' information and operational integrity. We also distinguish between specific type of rare and obvious risk. The first one being the black swan risk. These are unpredictable, rare, and high impact events such as an infrastructure disaster like fire, structural collapse, or a global pandemic leading to a lockdown. Our mitigation includes annual structural audits for physical infrastructure and having a comprehensive crisis protocol in place for widespread emergencies. The grey rhino risk. These are obvious, neglected, and high likelihood threats that are often ignored until they become critical. Examples include seasonal underoccupancy during summer breaks, which we mitigate with summer discount programs, and utility cost inflation, which we address by securing fixed rate contracts with the providers. These are risks we know about and can plan for, but often require consistent attention. It is absolutely crucial to understand that risk is a complex operation like the Myriad Dubai. They are often interconnected, forming a chain reaction when one risk can be triggered or exaggerate others. Our interconnected risk map vividly illustrates the dynamic. Let's walk through the critical example of this cascading effect, which highlights the importance of holistic risk management. Visa restriction. This is often an external geopolitical risk. A tightening or a sudden change in visa policies can directly lead to a sharp decline in international student numbers. Occupancy risk. A significant reduction in student enrollment directly translates into a major occupancy drop at our facilities. Cost cutting measures. When an occupancy falls, the revenue can drop below the operational cost threshold, forcing us to implement cost cutting measures. This could involve reducing the staff, delaying maintenance, and cutting back on amenities. Reputation damage. Unfortunately, cost cutting, especially if its impact service quality, can lead to service quality deteriorating under the financial pressure. This often results in negative student experience, leading to a negative review, social media complaint, and overall reputation damage. Amplify occupancy challenge. This reputation damage then circles back to amplify occupancy challenges as prospective students are deterred by negative feedback, creating a vicious cycle. Understanding these inter- interdependencies is paramount. It allows us to develop more comprehensive and effective mitigation strategies that address not just individual risk but the entire chain of potential consequences, ensuring that we build a resilience across our operations rather than just patching individual problems. This final risk matrix provides a comprehensive visual summary of all the assessed risks plotted against their probabilities and impact. It serves as a vital tool for the management team, enabling a rapid identification of higher priority risks and require immediate attention and strategic resource allocation. Just as we meticulously analyze risk, we equally dedicate efforts to assessing strategic opportunities using the opportunity matrix. This matrix plots the attractiveness of an opportunity against its success probability, guiding our strategic growth initiative. High attractiveness, high success probability. These are our win-win opportunities, representing areas where we should aggressively invest. This includes expansion into the other UAE educational hubs, capitalizing on Dubai's growth as an educational center, also leveraging government incentives for ESG, environmental, social, and governance, and green building upgrades, not only to reduce our operational footprint, but also to enhance our brand image and align with the global sustainability trend. In conclusion, effective enterprise risk management at the Myriad Dubai is not merely a defensive measure, it is an integral component of our strategic success. It is an ongoing dynamic process which involves dynamic identification, rigorous assessment, proactive mitigation, and continuous monitoring. By thoroughly understanding our internal strengths and our weaknesses, and by strategically analyzing the external opportunities and threats, we can effectively navigate the challenges and capitalize on the significant growth opportunities. Our commitment to this robust risk framework ensures that the long-term sustainability, operational resilience, and continued excellence of the Myriad Dubai as a premier student accommodation provider in this region. We are dedicated to creating a secure and a thriving environment for our students while ensuring a robust and an adaptive business model for the future. Thank you for your attention.